Alrighty, welcome to Rock Crusher. Consume energy to crush rocks using laser beams. That's what I'm saying. Just get me straight in. Move your crusher blade to the rocks. You know how it would be. Destroy 4 of these. Hold left mouse to switch to blow mode. Blow pieces to the screen edges to collect them. Easy done. Fill the energy bar. It will be slowly filled up as you crush rocks using your crusher. Just in case, just get them. Make sure we got all them going. And then use a special crusher. Consume that energy. Oh! Okay. Beautiful. The session progress bar at the bottom fills you deal damage to rocks from any source. I'm loving the energy beam, by the way. Just want to let that be known. You've mastered the basics. Well, it's an incremental mining game called Rock Crusher. It is what it is. Okay. +1 crush damage per crush. Huge. Let's get that off the ripper here. What do we got here? 50% Spock run rate. Rock spawn rate. We get some HP there as well potentially. +5 laser damage per second. Or blowing force. I'm kind of respecting our blowing force here. Let's send it into the crush set here. Feels very leaf blower revolution. I think I can get behind that idea. Leaf blower revolution was a banger. People, it's a weird one that people, you know, it's just like you never know what's going to make an impact on human beings' lives, right? There's League videos that didn't even really get that many views back when I made them. That people are like, when are you gonna, like for instance, like Sticky Bandits from League, which is like Tarek Lee on a bot lane. People are still being like, when are you gonna do that again? And to be fair, I'm quite happy to do so, and I'll probably do it like maybe later this week actually, but it seems to be like, even though when I would post them, it wouldn't really get that many views. People didn't really seem to show up for it, but I guess the people that did show up for it, like, loved it, man. They were all about it. They were all for it. And same with like Leaf Blower Revolution. It wasn't like one that like really seemed to like do any particular numbers, but the people that like watched it, they were like, this is the greatest game I've ever seen in my entire life. And that is just about like literally having a leaf blower like this little machine, but you're just blowing leaves off of your lawn, and that's it. That's the whole game. And granted, it's very similar to this kind of situation, but ooh, keep crushing. Maybe we should stack up some stuff here. Oh, I'm realizing I'm very low HP here, and we're almost out of energy as well, so we need to get these to the side. Okay, cool. So we got 57 there. Let's go with the upgrades here. HP would be nice. Crush speeds. Make sure crusher deal damage and take damage from rocks faster. We can go for that. $1,000 though is quite a lot. 100 blowing force, but that's 180k as well. It's expensive. I'll go for some HP here. What do we got? We've got our log. I'm honestly mostly hyped for a ball pit to come out. Me too. Me too. Auto sell, 80% amount gained. So hold on, is there gonna be some kind of crafting situation? Level up for, you know what? Level up for 100. Give me a second here. If we can level up to make them worth more, then that sparks some degree of joy within my soul. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, you can't join the Discord. I mean, that thing is probably long since expired. That being said, I don't even know what goes on in that Discord. I probably like realistically should use it somewhat more. But I think it's the fact that like it's kind of like always been like a League of Legends Discord, and then honestly I'm scared of what people were saying about me in there as well. I think it's more. I'm just like, I don't want my feelings hurt by looking at it and people being like, what the hell happened to Ross? That's scary, man. That's scary. Let's restart again. 59. We can do better. And then if we do that, we're looking pretty good because we'll have 100 and we can upgrade the amount we get from each of these little gems that we've mined. I think we should use this a little bit more as well. Actually, it's almost run out. Okay. Sticky Bandits was one of my favorites. It seems to be like a crowd favorite. I just never quite got it. Because, I mean, for me, it was just another day, right? It's just another build. And it originated from like a bronze spectates of just like two guys. I guess maybe that was it. People like saw them a lot of themselves in the idea. It originated from like these two guys that just played together all the time, and they came up with this like really annoying like build idea that ended up like kind of working out pretty well. So oh no, it didn't increase it completely. It didn't double it. It just made it worth a little bit more. But I think we do one more and we should be chilling. I think anything Ross enjoys, I enjoy, because I like to watch someone enjoy themselves. I don't want to watch someone not enjoy themselves. All right, yeah. That can go either way on League, man, for sure. I mean, earlier I had one game where I was enjoying myself, and then I wasn't, and then another one where I was like enjoying myself. But then, first game of the day, jitters. You're kind of starting off on a bad foot. I think that was a diabolical game, though. That was truly cursed. Everything that you didn't want to go well, everything you didn't want to go badly went badly. Get off the screen. 84. I think we can probably afford to get that to. No, it's worth a lot though. 162. I feel like I found like the inner sanctum idea here by immediately locking in on economy, even though it's heading off in a separate menu. You can't hide the economy upgrades from me, buddy. Unless like the Rock Crusher like ultras are gonna come out and be like, that was the dumbest idea. You literally wasted 45 minutes at the beginning. You could have been 45 minutes faster if you just did the regular tree upgrades instead of like getting lost in the sauce and trying to upgrade the economy thing, because then when you get to like lower depths, you don't even rely on that stuff. I'm assuming it shows up. I'm assuming it shows up regularly for the rest of the game. Maybe not the thing that we rely on the most, but especially right now, it's the thing we rely on solely. Okay. So upgrade me for that. I think we can go back to selling this now. Oh, it's worth 1.3 though. It's worth 3. Sorry. That is very interesting. Auto sells 70% of it for me, I think. I start every lobby with, hey guys, hope you're having a fantastic day. I get told to end myself almost every time. On what game? Is this in League of Legends? Well, that's like your bad, I guess. People don't want to hear that shit in League, man. That's your fault, man. No doubt about it. Everybody in that game is here for a long time, not a good time. I think B, by the way, Egg, has got some questions about sunflowers, and I was like, honest to God, probably you're the guy to ask for it, so that I may end up messaging you randomly at some point in the near future, being like, here is the questions that B has about about like making sunflowers work and taking care of them and like making them grow. I kind of feel like we're maybe moving out of sunflower season right now, which is a little bit sad, but at the same time, it would be nice at least to pre-fire next year to have like a nice yellowy garden. I'm all about. Listen, I'm pre-frying. I don't even know like what Lavender's saying, but I'm gonna try and propagate them tonight as well, like I was saying to you earlier. So that if not this year, I'm gonna know how to grow them for next year. But that being said, though, I feel like lavender is like a Mediterranean plant, and it probably is not going to do well in Scotland regardless. But I do see it here, so it must be allowed. It must be capable of surviving. And that's all I need to know. I've seen lavender in the wild, which means it has to exist. Dude, do you know what? I'm so sorry for anybody who is under the age of 30 and does not give one single solitary shit about anything to do with gardening. But I'm going to make you listen to it anyway. Butterfly plants are swag. They're like these, like, they're kind of, they're the same color as lavender, but they're weeds, which is incredibly strange. So they're super easy to grow, but they're like these long kind of like stalks that go up, but on the end they have these bright, they look like corn on the cob almost, these bright purple flowers, and they smell like honey, and they attract butterflies and like all sorts of, like, you know, pollinating animals to the garden. It's swag, and I'm even though they're a weed, I mean, I think you have to like trim it down and stuff like that because the leaves can get a bit unruly. It's very cool, and I'd be interested in that. He's too plant pod. I'm not that plant pod, I promise you that. But like, it's cool though. Like, leave me alone. Okay. Plus 1% armor. I'm pretty 1% armor and a bit of blowing force. Yes, maximum active blowing force. I think the laser beam stronger. 50% spawn rate as well on the rocks. Number of maximum rocks on screen. More fuel. Okay, we're really opening this bitch up now. That's good. I'm an indoor plant man. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You can still be involved in the conversation. Like, we're trying to like look after an orchid right now as well, and try for it to like not die. I think one thing they don't tell you is about like plants and stuff is that like it is actually, you do actually unfortunately kind of have to put, like, I wouldn't say like some degree of effort, but like maybe like 10 minutes a day into like making sure that they are like living and alive and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And that sucks. You're giving yourself more to do day to day, and you're starting to, like, you know, just, you know, cut off more things. Like, but I gotta cut the facial routine at the end of the day because I gotta look after these plants, man, you know? I'm in North England, so not too different. Yeah, I mean, I've seen... yeah, I think the lavender will be fine because I've seen it grow in Scotland, so I'm pretty convinced that it has the opportunity to survive, you know? Just be sure not to let them spread. They're invasive in the UK and spread very well. Butterfly plants. Yeah, that's the issue, man. They are very pretty, but I guess you would have to. And I'm scared that I would leave them in the winter months, and then they would, because I would never go out in the garden, and they would, you know, I don't know. It's a shame because they're pretty, but they probably mess everything up. That's the issue. We have done World War II already, yeah. 5 million, 12 million. That's very expensive. 2% chance to spawn fuel rocks every 3 seconds. I'd be willing to see that, yeah. Let's increase the damage, shall we? If we do enough damage, I think we can go down a depth. So it's kind of up to us to ensure that we break through this as quickly as possible. Let's just let it stack up. Let's let all these little gems stack up for us here. I think we just got a fuel rock as well, actually. We're gonna blow them all off eventually, for the time being. There we go. I think we may be able to like breach the depths here. The boss rock. Okay. That thing's harder than it looks, man. That thing's harder than it looks. The bees. I have never seen so many bees in my garden as like with the sunflowers, to be honest. There was a lot of them. There was a lot of them. Let me see here. Guess we could do that, yeah. Laser growth speed? I don't know what that could even possibly mean. We'll make the laser beam do more damage though. Let's try and do as much damage and stack up that laser beam as we can, and then once the big rock comes, maybe we can blast it with a bajillion rocks. I don't think we have the HP to take out even if like we had all the time in the world. Because we take damage every single time we touch a rock, so... I don't know how many are allowed on screen though, rock-wise. Gonna try and keep it never above 3. Or like, when 3 appear, we start to get rid of all the other ones. Okay. I'd watch a gardening tutorial video if you made it. That's like never gonna happen because let's be honest with ourselves, I don't know what I'm doing. I've got no idea, buddy, what I am cooking with in that department. I am just learning and guessing, I suppose, which is fine. But I am clueless. Don't get me wrong. That's why it'd be fun to watch you wing it. I guess, but it's just I don't know. It'd be like internet comment etiquette, but before he did comment etiquette, he was just a guy who would take salvia in his back garden and then start trying to garden, but he would actually just like disappear into the pavement, man. It was... But yeah, I'm not so sure about the tutorial things here. Plenty of other people who probably make it a billion times more. I mean, as I say, like I'm at the level of like looking at them and watering them. I wouldn't say that I should really be in charge of them at all, frankly. My mother is like desperate for me to learn, but how many do we need here? 75. 173. You know what? Do me like one where we don't do any here. That'd be good. You saying that the bean eating bard video happened but no gardening video? Yeah, like I mean, kind of missed my chance on that one. I guess like that would have been a funny thing to do. That would have been committing to the bit, which I did a lot in the past. If I was doing a, I don't know, like a Zyra League of Legends build, Why I Hate or something back in 2016, I would have probably in my head been like, oh, do you know what would be really funny for the video if I like genuinely learned how to garden, and then part of the video took place in like the garden, and that was the whole bit of like, I don't know, but frankly, not the foggiest how it would have worked. It was a dumb enough idea that I wouldn't put it past myself, put it that way. 97. Let's have a look here. We are literally 0.4 short. You've got to be kidding me. End session. There we go. Let's upgrade you. You're worth 6 now, which is beautiful. Let me sell 90%, man. I think we just go crazy on it. Go crazy on getting some money. Fuel rocks would go crazy as well, but I appreciate that they're not always going to appear. Getting fuel in and of itself would also go crazy, I believe. I just don't know how like much we have to like lock in on the economy side of things here, just to make sure that we're doing the right thing and like making progress that isn't going to take the most amount of time in the world. It's a very satisfying game though. I got no issues with continuing to blow dry all of these gems off the screen. Would it have been better if there was it was a vacuum instead of a leaf blower? There is an argument to be made. Okay, $500. That is a big difference here. So I want fuel. Give me max fuel here, and then let me have a look. Increase spawn rate as well, I think. Give me some HP. And I think those are the things that are going to push us towards actually being able to beat the first depth. I mean, we're like kind of one-shotting here a little bit anyway. But the spawn rate's up. So we have more of a luxury of time this time around. We're not even halfway done with our fuel yet, and we're moving solidly towards the boss. In fact, you know what? We can do some blowing here. Okay, we're not there yet. That goes without saying. That being said, we have been given the blessing of time. Way more time to do a lot of things here. $858. That is a lot to work with. Now, damage is probably what we want to be saying here now. Now that I'm thinking it. $45 for that. 50% damage against boss rocks. I think we just pump it in. I think that probably allows us to beat the boss, frankly, because I didn't think that there would be one against that specific class of rock. But honestly, that works out perfectly for me. So do you. Clear them all out. Is this a mining game mixed with leaf blowing simulator? It kind of is, yeah. Like, it genuinely is. Which I think might be some people's worst nightmare and some people's literal dream come true. But as I say, a lot of people messed heavy with the... Okay, you know what? I think we're good here. It might be close, but I think we're alright. People messed heavy with the... Oh, it blows them all off the screen anyway. Wonderful. Okay, we got like a purple one, like a core or something. So let's move into our upgrades here. Now that we've done that, rocks at greater depths have more HP and deal more damage, but reward higher multipliers after each session. Unlock skin shop, unlock background shop. Okay. How about... we lock in on damage. I love, by the way, it saying, hey, by the way, you got it, Buster. Let's do this. Let's do this. So at least if we do kill a boss, we don't have to worry about the collecting of all of the ores afterwards, because they'll all just be blown to the end of the screen. Mr. Barkabart, today's a good day. Just had my breakfast, and I'm gonna go play Minecraft with my son. Let's go. Are they of the age where they're playing on their own, or are they of the age where you like they play on the controller while you supervise them, and then occasionally they make you do things like that they can't figure out? I don't know if we're not gonna get to the boss this time around. We just don't have the damage for it. But we're on the second like prestige anyway, so the first real prestige, I suppose. So let's just maximize what we're getting from this. 1400, 120. So 63. I mean 207. Oh, but I'm selling them like a dum-dum, dude. Okay, yeah. Plus 5 damage per crush. Plus 1 mini blower. What is a mini blower when it's it? Kids are old enough to teach me how to game? Okay. Ooh. Okay, I think I'd be an appreciator of the mini blower when I get more of them, and if I can increase their power, because not having just focusing on the mining part and not having to worry about the things that happen in between is kind of where I want to be. I think that goes crazy, and I think I'm kind of low on HP here, so I'm actually going to start giving them a bit of a hand. You know what though? Yeah, okay. We definitely don't want to mine anymore. Well, you know what? We could do another one. There we go. 268. That's enough to immediately get ourselves an upgrade here. 200. So 7.5. Then 249. I mean, we do one more and we get another level up as well. Never thought I'd see the day where he plays an idle game. What a time to be alive. Yeah, I'm not known for the idle games recently. Nobody's ever seen me on an idle game before. I've become such like an the thing is like I'm not just like idle games. I'm loving. I don't know, man. It feels like it's not a new genre. I don't want to go too far and start like deep throating the genre in general. But I feel like there and maybe people that are like are into these kind of genres can back me up on this one. I feel like there's been like a bit of a renaissance on idle games, but not idle games in the style of like literally not do anything. Like you click like cookie clicker, like you just let the number go up and you log off for a day and you come back a day later and then it's all, you know, hunky-dory. You get a bunch of things. It's like idle, it's incremental, it's like active idle games in a way, you know? Like everything is incremental. Yeah, I guess it's just incremental games. Everything like goes up over time, but realistically, it's more like you are playing a game. It's just kind of like you're doing a task and then you get to, but it makes it feel a lot better because you get to feel personally the power increase because you're the one that's still engaging with it and interfacing with the game in a way. It's not like cookie clicker where you go like, okay, all grandmothers now output twice as many cookies, and you're like, okay, you just see like a number go, and then you're like, cool, I'll be back in 15 minutes. It's a different ball game altogether. You get the power fantasy as well as like the micromanagement. League is an idle game, number go up and down. It's not. That's like a game. Like it's. There's nothing idle about it apart from your teammates, man. There we go. We're making absolute money. Okay, I think we can now be willing to start. We do one more and we'll make it work. This is why turn-based RTS and sim games go so hard. It's a persistent dopamine farm that you can actually press pause on. Yeah. I think, like, honestly, like, simulation games, and life sim games, all that kind of stuff probably have, like, the highest barrier of pog you can imagine in at least in a single-player game, right? Games like RimWorld or, like, Factorio, I know that, like, they probably fall under other, like, genres as well. But they're kind of, like, they're simulation games, I guess. Like, Colony Simulator or, like, a Factory Simulator, that kind of vibe, right? There's just simply not pog like it on this earth. You can get pog from like getting a triple lineup in Valorant or something like that, but it's just like a different, it's like the slow burning satisfaction pog of you know, struggling through RimWorld on like whatever narrator kind of thing you do, to finally breaking free and having some damn agency over your life, man. I don't know. Give me some armor. And then we're just going to max out these ones because they're kind of the cheapest. Increase our laser beam damage as well. You know what? Max out the crush speed. 3k for that, huh? Interesting. Factory automation games, I love the beginning of. I'm built for the beginning 5 hours of a factory automation game. But like you catch me 15 hours later and I'm like, I'm lost, man. Like help me, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I am. Like I was watching like Session Task video earlier today of Alina, and it looks like a game. I've to be fair, Cultivation Simulator as well looks like a pog-rich game. It is a shame that it is like the most Chinese game that you'll ever play. And when I say the most Chinese game you'll ever play, I mean that like the translation is awful and there's like no documentation that is not in Mandarin, right? Like you will not like people have tried, admittedly, but it's like a difficult game to like translate everything into English where it makes sense, man. You know what I mean? And I think there's like always something esoteric, but those kind of games, like, they look insanely fun, man. They look insanely fun. I was playing Matchless Kung Fu, which is another like mega Chinese game, and I was having a blast. But like, could I tell you what the fuck is going on in that game? Like, no, bro. You can kick people in the nuts so hard that their cock explodes. Like it just like it exists on a different terrestrial plane, and it doesn't make any sense, but you're still like, cool, woohoo, you know, like you're having a great time, but it makes no sense. It's just gibberish, man. Let me see here. Gonging gang. Nah. We can keep a hold of that for the time being. I think so. Dwarf Fortress, the Steam version, I played, loved, put down, never picked back up. I'd love to pick it back up one day. But that being said, it's, you know, Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, maybe pushed me to my limits a little bit. Maybe that was maybe like one step above. And it's kind of like, I mean, it's like it's a bit more brutal than Project Zomboid and what have you, but like I bounced off Project Zomboid as well when I first played it, because it is difficult to get your bearings, difficult to get to grips with everything. Do you know what the thing is? I cannot recommend Project Zomboid to any human being that wishes to play it, because every time I do, I'm like, I have to be like, listen, the first like 6 to 8 hours of you playing that game are gonna suck, and you're gonna like think that it is a waste of time, and then you start to get movement, you start to get like a little bit of purchase on things, and then you're having a good time. But that beginning section is like really hard to advocate for, man. It's really tough. But I love Project Zomboid. It's like a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to the 42 with like the blacksmithing and all the world hundreds of years or however many years after the fall. It sounds fantastic, and it's fantastic multiplayer as well. But bloody hell, man, it's just difficult, man. It's like trying to recommend like Final Fantasy. Like, so B likes Final Fantasy. She loves Final Fantasy. She likes Final Fantasy XIV, all that kind of stuff, right? And I was like, honestly, I really think that you would love Final Fantasy XIV, because it is a beautiful game. It has like these amazing fights. There's all this really cool stuff to do in it. Like, you can just fish, you can do whatever you want. But I like cannot recommend it to you, because like the first 50 fucking hours of the game are walk to a place. In fact, the entire story from start to finish realistically boils down to walk to a place, talk to a guy, walk to a place, talk to a guy, walk to a place, talk to a guy, do a dungeon, walk to a place, talk to a guy, walk to a place, talk to a guy, and it's just that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, like, and until you're at the fucking end. And then at that point it's just like, well, I'm gonna go do like Savages or something, right? And it's also, it just feels so confusing what parts they decided to voice act and what parts they decided not to as well. But like I think that like Final Fantasy is like, I've spent a lot of time on it. Okay, I'm saying this as somebody who has like probably like, I don't even want to make a statement there because I don't even know. I don't know, man. Enough hours in a, I've done like, I've never done ultimate content, but I've done Savages, I've done that kind of stuff, right? Like I've got multiple max level jobs. I know it's not like that amazing, but like still, like I've put in my damn dues. Okay, I played through the entire story. I'm up to date in Dawn Trail, right? But oh my god, I bounced off it 2 separate times because of a Realm Reborn story, because it's ass, bro. I hate it. It bores me to tears. And I cannot. It's not even like I can be like, it's okay, babe. Just spend $30 and buy the story skip to start in like Heavensward or Dragon Stormblood or whatever the first expansion is. I can't quite remember what it is. It's been a while. Because first of all, it's the same shit, but also she's gonna jump into a game 50 levels deep and have no clue what the hell is going on. You know, she's gonna be like, I don't know what any of the buttons do or are. What the hell? It's telling me I can make a samurai, and I'd be like, yeah, samurai's pretty cool. But like, also, you don't even have like your character. You don't even know how to play your current character. But it sucks because it's a good game. But it's just impossible to recommend to anybody. Because like World of Warcraft, at the very least, it doesn't piss about. Like, it's, you know, there is story to it, but it's not like gun to your head, you must abide by the story. It's like, oh, you out-leveled this area? Shit, bro, good job. Anyway, we want to do a raid? It's like Final Fantasy XIV is like, it's actively waterboarding you and trying to give you Stockholm syndrome and trying to like trick you into the sunk cost fallacy where you're like, well, I can't give up a Realm Reborn story now because I've already played it for 20 hours. I must be near the end. And you just sit with like a Realm Reborn quest list, like Wikipedia page up on your other monitor, like checking off every single one as you go and think, I'm one step closer, I'm one step closer. But the issue is every fucking quest, even though it's only walking and talking to a person and then walking somewhere else and talking to another person, still somehow takes 15 to 20 minutes per time. So you finish a section and you're like, thank God. And it took you like 2 hours to do it. And you finished a section of 5 quests. And you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know? Like, I think that like people should be allowed to enjoy the story and also not interface with it. I think that's what makes the MMO an MMO experience special, right? You can, the fact, the whole reason why people thought MMOs were so cool to begin with was like interfacing with other players and like kind of living out your world, your fantasy life the way you want to do it, right? If you wish to ignore the cataclysm, Deathwing is flying up overhead, but you're like, I want to catch trout in Elwyn Forest rivers, you should be allowed to do that. Be like, well, it's not my problem. I'm sure that the Thrall and the rest of the other gang will take care of that. Then yeah, you should be allowed to be doing that, right? If you're like, well, you know, I know that like this Silithus has been cleaved in twain by an intergalactic space sword, and the entire world is under threat from the the bugs or whatever the hell they are. Can't remember what they're called. But you're like, I think I would rather make jeans in Stormwind Castle. Do that, right? But like, you know, it's brutal, man. It's just brutal. I didn't think I'd be so heated on this one, but it is the Final Fantasy. $5 grand, huh? Let's do one more. But the Final Fantasy XIV grind did break me twice, and it was only by the sheer mercy of God that I managed to get through the third one. And I rode that all the way to the end, man. And there's the honest to God, there's not another MMO like it. There's no doubt about it, man. Like the fights in 14 are amazing. Like every dungeon, even the dungeons, obviously once you've done them like 20 times, they kind of like, they start to like wax and wane on you somewhat. But the Susano raid where you have someone has to catch the sword. First time I did that raid, I was the one that caught the sword during the story mode. And imagine how much my nuts were quaking when I catch a gigantic ass sword and I'm button spamming to try and hold my ground against this thing while my entire 7 other teammates are smacking the sword to try and reflect it, man. I'm like, I am having a bloody good time, gentlemen. By Jove, Governor. See, to be fair, show a bit. They've added like trust in the game. Like I think they're like, you basically, if you don't want to, you don't actually have to do a dungeon with another human being. You can do it with NPCs. It will take like 3 or 4 times the amount of time that you would like it would have originally taken, but the option is always there. I think they're because I think their plan is to make Final Fantasy XIV eventually a single player game. Like, you know, they're just like future proofing it for like when the server shut down. That people will still be able to like go in and do the dungeons and the fights with like AI or whatever, what have you, which I think is a good idea. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, it's a messed up game. It's a shame that such like a beautiful game is like gatekept by such a stupid reason, you know? They shortened the ARR, yeah, but not nearly enough. They did not shorten it nearly enough. I played before this the quest squish, and I played after the quest squish, and both make me want to put my head through a monitor. Frankly. Let's work on the crusher. Oh, the mini blowers, sorry. Brr, brr, brr. Brr, brr, brr. Not only a good idea, but potentially a legal requirement coming up. Well, I mean, to be fair, Final Fantasy XIV were doing that. I mean, I think that the Final Fantasy XIV dev team are pretty good. Yoshi P is like a legend within that community. He plays the game that he makes, and I think a lot of people respect that. He has a lot of sway in what happens, and I think people trust him quite a lot. So they were doing that before the whole like stop killing games thing and all that kind of jazz. And I think that's very much to be respected. It's just a shame. It's just a shame, man. They got all the stuff in the world to make a cool thing, and they're like, let's just make it miserable. Some of these are really, really expensive. I'll get another blower. Plus 15 max fuel. We may have to work on that. Get that fuel up a little bit. Everything is insanely expensive. I can get love heart rocks, but like I'm kind of sitting here like, I guess like plus 5 crush damage per crush as well is something that we can make happen. I quit Final Fantasy XIV after randoms in a dungeon got pissed as a dancer. I buffed the tank. I'm surprised that they did that because like I've never met a more passive aggressive group of individuals than people that play Final Fantasy XIV. They live in like a bubble made of toxic positivity. I guess it's because like toxicity like is like super, first of all, like looked down on in that community. Like if you're actually like an asshole, people will like be like, stop doing that. But also people get banned for being rude and nasty, which is something that a lot of people are not used to in games like that. But apparently they walk down pretty hard on people being cocks for no reason. So yeah, I'm surprised to hear that, because like the amount of times that I'll have somebody like pass a little comment and you can tell what the inference is just based on maybe some specific wordings or something like that. And I'm sitting there like, just say what you mean. Like, let's not beat around the bush here. Like, you want to say something to me, I won't report you for it, but like you should at least nut up and tell me what you're trying to say here. Because like, if you're trying to communicate to me I'm doing something wrong, I need you to like not phrase it in the way that it's like a I don't know, like it's not a suggestion, like it's not even a suggestion, like an observation. I need you to be like, hey, can you start fucking tank mitting like on this move? And I'll be like, okay, cool. I don't need you to be like, wow, that ability sure does a lot of damage. I wonder if we have any spells that might counteract that. Like, tell me what the fuck you want and you can have it. But like, you can't piss around and beat around the bush and then leave after a wipe or something like that. Because I don't know to admit it, okay? And I know I should probably not admit it because, like, I am dying, but also I'm watching, like, Dexter on the other monitor, man. All I'm paying attention to is, like, red lines and circles on the ground, okay? Red lines and circles on the ground, you know, fire, whatever, dodge it, but then he maybe has a tank killer in there somewhere that I'm not seeing. He's channeling it for 10 seconds, and Dokes is looking at Dexter like, and I'm looking at that, man. Oh yeah, so yeah, I guess, right? So like, if somebody's like, oh, the healer isn't maybe doing what they need to do, right? Oh, the healer is spamming this spell. Interesting. Instead of saying like, hey dipshit, stop fucking spamming that one spell. That's a waste of mana. Because there are, I believe, spells that are like kind of wastes of mana. You use like the downgraded one, or like you use something else. Like there's plenty of that in every MMO, right? But people are like, oh, how interesting. The healer is only spamming AoE spells even on single target DPS mobs. Instead, be like, hey fuckhead, do you mind like spot healing the tank so we can live? That'd be so much more valuable. Maybe lose the fuckhead part, but like get to the point, man, is the problem. The issue is everybody is so passive aggressive and so scared of getting like ramifications that nobody fucking communicates properly, okay? I don't need somebody to be like, I need somebody to like be like, how interesting that the tank seems to have had this gear on. I'm like, brother, tell me I'm not geared up high enough. Like, don't be like, oh, what an interesting observation. Okay, Sherlock Holmes, like, can you fucking find the point for me? You don't need to be Christopher Columbus to navigate your way into getting to the point, man. Please. You're wasting, I'm probably wasting your time, but you're wasting all of our time by not communicating what I need to be doing, buddy. Especially when it's like your first time in a dungeon. It tells people that it's your first time in a dungeon. And some people are like, maybe we should watch out for one of these mechanics, or maybe one of the mechanics is this thing happens. It's like, okay, can you just tell me if you're gonna be bitchy about it? I'm happy to do this blind. It's fun to do a dungeon blind and not know what you're gonna do, or not know what the enemy's gonna do. But if you're gonna get bitchy about it, just fucking tell me what it is then, and I will abide by the law. Okay, I'll do it. Didn't think I get so heated over that, man. We had an evil like when I was mythic raiding in WoW. It was not like mythic raiding. It was not like high level stuff. Anybody can go into a mythic raid. Like just so we're clear. We were progging is what it was called. We had a really evil tactic to weed out dipshits in our guild, and our guild was full of dipshits. I gotta tell the truth on that one. We weren't Mensa candidates. I'll tell you that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But, and do you know what the easiest way to cut down the people in the roster was that I found? Like, and to be honest, I didn't participate in it, but I was always there for the call. It was a Mordekaiser ulti style situation. What would happen is if we wiped on a boss and, you know, somebody did something wrong, my guild leader would say that person's name and then ask them to explain the mechanic, or explain a mechanic from the boss fight. And if they did not immediately answer with what the mechanic was, because we've all gone over it, we've all talked about it, we've all looked at videos and spreadsheets and guides, the person was immediately kicked with nothing else. They'd be like, right, see you next week. That was it. And it was surprisingly effective for getting people to actually learn what a thing was, because it was like you could be called upon at any given moment. See, if you're like, it's this, I'm sorry I messed up, it'd be like, that's fine, no problem. But it was unbelievably effective, because especially during like BFA when I was actually progging, there was a lot of personal responsibility mechanics. For instance, like everybody has to like soak a thing and get a stack, but you can't soak too many because otherwise you're gonna die. So it's like you have to trust that if you soak one, the next person's gonna soak one, or you need to make sure like trust that people are gonna put the pool to the back of the room, or that everybody's gonna move at the same time, or like priests are gonna mass dispel things so that people don't get feared, blah blah blah, right, whatever. And You'd be shocked at how many people like want to do mythic raiding, which is like the highest level of raiding in the game, but are not willing to read or watch a YouTube video. An 8-minute YouTube video is the bar for entry for mythic raiding in World of Warcraft, right? That's it. All you have to do is watch a video or look at like a guide, and you know it, right? Have it on your second monitor so you can be refreshed upon it. But like so many people are like, I think I'm pretty sure that mechanic is like it couldn't. It's insane, man. It was so annoying. Ooh, I didn't realize that was there. I'm a fool. I could have been taking out this thingy. They did. Oh, these people were like, do you know, the thing is annoying is it like, because like, you know, if you're trying to get prog, like, unfortunately, as much as I don't like it, and I wasn't in charge of recruitment either, I was just there, but having like ahead of the curve and stuff like that, and like other achievements that indicate that you have been part of progression kills is like a big thing. It's kind of hard to get into mythic raiding if you haven't previously already been into mythic raiding, because everybody wants method, they want echo, they want like they want the best of the best, but they're not the best of the best, so they get like the people that are just wanting to progress. But if you haven't already been doing it for like 5 years, it can be tough to like have anybody take a chance on you and let you onto a roster, right? Like let you into a especially considering all these guilds have probably been playing together for the last like 20 years. So it's just like it's just a churner, man, because like you don't get any new blood in, because dude, it's like, do you know what's so annoying? I was playing Season of Discovery on World of Warcraft, like, I don't know, must have been like a couple years ago, and I was like level 19. The max level on Season of Discovery is level 20, okay? At the time, I believe. I don't know, it probably changed since then, but at the time, I think it was level 20. And I was trying to get a Dead Mines run. And people were like, I was trying to just get a party of people going, but everybody wanted me to, first of all, already done Dead Mines, second of all, be like minimum level 20, and then also have like a certain gear level that was like, I guess like more than what Dead Mines was offering. I was just sitting there like, brother, it's fucking Dead Mines, man. I did this when I was like 14, man. I'm 31. Like, I'm 32 now, but like at the time, like, you can't be serious, man. It's like Dead Mines, man. We're not performing brain surgery here. Like, there's no like, we could all be level 15 with like greens or like white gear, and we could get through it, provided we have like a party composition that is not like 5 DPS and hands, and no hands. I guess all we have to need is hands, a healer, and some DPS and a tank, and you can get through it, man. What is the gatekeeping going with Dead Mines, bro? We're playing Season of Discovery. Everybody's got like these perks that make them insanely strong anyway, man. I couldn't believe it. And you know what? I never got to do Dead Mines on Season of Discovery because I wasn't good enough. I wasn't strong enough in the eyes of everybody that was recruiting a party. And I tried to recruit a party, but like nobody was interested. Probably because they've been scared away by everybody that's like, no, you need to have already been max level, have better gear than Dead Mines, and also complete your Dead Mines 100 times to join this Dead Mines run. Yes. It's insane, man. Dear God. I'm only 2 years younger than Ross. That's a shame, buddy. RIP. Need 743. I just couldn't believe it, man. I don't know if anybody else had that exact same experience, but it pissed me off something incredible, man. It like I was just sitting there like, I can't believe it. I'm like talking to people. I'm like messaging people on Discord. I'm like, you playing Season Discovery? You playing Season Discovery? And they're like, no, why? And I'm like, bro, I've been sitting for like 45 minutes outside Dead Mines, talking to people walking past, trying to get a party with them, and nobody wants me. Like literally nobody wants me. I can't figure out why. Like I mean, it's like literally, it doesn't matter, right? See, if I'm just a body, they should just take me because it's not difficult. Like I'm a body, therefore I'm qualified. Okay, like I have a fully developed prefrontal cortex. Like I am qualified to like click on an ogre or something, man. Like shit doesn't make no fucking sense, man. I was going insane, man. I was like Westfall Jonkler, bro. It was so sad, man. People in that game are so pathetic. And I think that's also where Final Fantasy maybe wins a little bit for me as well, because DPS shaming is like kill on sight. And also, I think you need like I don't even think you need a gear score to enter in. A lot of the stuff's synced as well. So if you're doing like an ultimate, it sinks you down. So like it doesn't really matter what your gear is. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you can, if I recall, I've never really been the one in charge of parties. Trollbit, thank you so much for gifting a sub, by the way. I really appreciate it, man. I don't think I've ever been in charge of party recruitment in Final Fantasy XIV. Maybe somebody can inform me on this one. But I don't think you get to see what their gear is, what their gear score is, what their power level is, like anything apart from maybe their level and what class they are, right? That being said, though, I'm talking probably bullshit because I got no clue, frankly. $648. We still need a little bit more for that. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game, by the way. It's like definitely percolating my brain in a good way. I have no idea what game you're talking about. We're talking about Final Fantasy XIV, truly. I don't know if you're like a big MMO guy, but I was talking about the. I actually have no idea what I've been talking about for the last 40 minutes, but I think I've actually been on a rant about World of Warcraft for quite a long time. Oh, still Final Fantasy XIV? I didn't get that far. I think I've sunlocked myself by talking about the pitfalls of playing online MMO. Oh, man. Hello, Charlie. It's just a damn shame, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. People are just utterly cooked. Okay. Okay, you know what? Tried my best. Didn't get it. That's fine. Almost got it, though. Almost got it. Almost got it. Upgradings. Bosch. Send me there. Oh, 12k. Yamada. You know what? We don't have to do a whole run here. Hello, boy. We alright? Meow. I'll tell you what, B made a packed lunch for me before she went to work. Because she was, I know it was last night, made a packed lunch for herself and made one for me. I had a sandwich like halfway through the stream. And I don't think I could have conjured the anger that I felt talking about Dead Mines that I would have if I did not have like honey mustard like ham and cheese sandwich. You know what I mean? There was something that broiled within my the bile, and oh god, it got me. It took me onto the other side there. I've been on Final Fantasy XIV for far too long. It's a good game. It's like one of the best games. World of Warcraft, also a fantastic game. It's just a shame about the people that play it. That's all I gotta say. And that's a story, that's a tale as old as time. A tale as old as time. I'm gonna go for a boss kill this time around. I think it might be close. We've increased our boss damage, so I tell you what, man, these people are at like they're just slacking, man. They're just blowing. They're just like shifting the dust around. They're not actually like cleaning anything up here. A little bit of fuel. Right, one more. Okay. Oh, was so close, brother. Oh my goodness. I think I just need like one little, you know what, man? If I increase the laser damage, it'll get me there, man. It'll get me there. All I need is like a tiny little bump to my DPS. Plus 100 laser beam damage is not just a tiny little bump, though. It's a pretty big bump. Admittedly. Have Discord/Reddit moderators overtaken the WoW players in their niche? I'm not quite sure I get what you're saying on that one, but I think the WoW players are like they've annoyed me firsthand more. I've never really had a run-in with like Discord or Reddit moderators, to be honest with you. I just like people say things, people speak about them, you know, but it's not like I've ever interacted with them at all, you know what I mean? Whereas WoW players I have interacted with, and I remember this really awkward, horrible situation that I got into. It was like, what dungeon was it? It was like we were kind of under, I don't want to say Ragefire Chasm. It was pre-60, pre-50, pre-60, probably like a level, I'd say anywhere between 20 and 30 dungeon on World of Warcraft, right? And it was our tank, granted, was the slowest guy you've ever seen in your entire life, right? He was, ooh, what does that mean? +1 preferred skin multiplier. I have no idea what that means. Charlie, I cannot see a damn thing here. Okay. Unlock more skins to increase the multiplier. Okay. You know what, Charlie? Scoot the butt. Charlie. So yeah, our tank was slow, and he was taking a long time, and our warlock was going absolutely apeshit for no reason about this guy taking his sweet time, right? And I was just like, oh my god, I was just like, man, like chill out, man. I was like, this is a leveling dungeon, like it's not a speed run. I'm sorry that this is taking longer than you want it to, but at the same time, if you wanted it to be faster, you should have spent the money on buying a level boost, okay? Like, I hate to say it, but like if you're like in such a hurry that your time is worth more than ours or something like that, you should have just bought a character boost and gotten straight to max level and then played the game, okay? You can't come here and be like, well, actually, but yeah, he was not happy with that. He was calling me grandpa and being like, you're too old to play this game. And I was like, brother, we're playing retail World of Warcraft. The only people that play this game are in their 40s, okay? Everybody that I don't think any of my guildmates were under the age of 35 when I was raiding, man. Like everybody, like our main tank was doing architectural work from home whilst pulling. Like he was, it was, wow. Okay, that's a lot of money. You ain't as swag as you think you are, boss. I'm sorry to report. But anyway, he was really going on at this guy, and I was just like, fuck's sake. Guy kept on stop moving. It was kind of annoying, but like nothing to particularly like, you know, be angry about. So I messaged the tank. I like whispered him the game, and I was like, hey man, is everything okay? Just being like, expect him to be like, oh, my computer's like, I'm DCing a lot, or like something's happening. And he responds to me and he says, no, it is not good. Things bad at home. And I was like, oh shit, I really wish I hadn't asked, because I was just like, I'm not here to be, this is not what I joined this dungeon for. I'm really sorry, man. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I think like I've immediately been given too much information, and I'm not interested in that. I don't want to know, man. I don't want to know. I'm really sorry, but like, that was an immediate red flag for me of being like, I need to get the hell out of here. We finished the dungeon. The guy was angry. We moved on with our lives. All was well. But, dear God, man, people were fucked in that game, man. 5% chance to spawn these rocks. 3 million. 20k. 50% rock spawn. You know what? We gotta rock the max fuel. That's the one next. That's the next one. Hope you gave him some encouraging words. I think I just said, I'm sorry, man. Hope it gets better. And then that was it. Because, like, it's like, you know, it's none of my business. And I feel like he was, if I asked, he would have divulged it. But then it seemed like he was in something of a vulnerable position. So like, I didn't want to know, because it isn't my business. Like, and I wasn't logging in today to have a therapy session with someone. You know what I mean? I wish them all the best, and I hope that things get better. But like, that is, you know, depending on what it is, man. I shouldn't have to. You may be inflicting some trauma upon me. I'm just trying to stay out of the way, okay? Working hard or hardly working, just trying to just staying out of the way, player. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. That's kind of that's pretty messed up, Arcsomniac. That's interesting. People do say some crazy stuff in video games, man. I mean, to be honest, like, I'd never hold it against that tank for like having something going on. I was more infuriated at the fact that not only was he slow, the thing that made it worse is that someone was complaining about it, because I was like, this is just not the vibe, man. Because like, I mean, let's be honest, anybody that's done a leveling dungeon, you're watching something else on another monitor, man. You're like dead, you're straight up not paying attention. I don't know anybody that's ever paid attention during a leveling dungeon, and I certainly don't expect it from the people that I'm with in the dungeon, right? Like, because I'm not there. I'm like Patrick Bateman, man. You can shake my hand and maybe feel some warmth, and even maybe feel that our lifestyles are comparable, but I'm not there. I'm watching Dexter Resurrection right now, you know. Let's upgrade again. I want to upgrade some like HP, but it's a little bit expensive. 60k for that though. Max you out. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better. Maybe your wife wouldn't be fucking the milkman if you could do a fucking WoW raid, man. I mean, I don't think that's what it was. I mean, I don't know what it was, but because I was like, I didn't want to. I'm not gonna say that to a human being. I'm not gonna be like, please do not disclose any further information with me, because I, quite frankly, I'm not sure I can handle it. But yeah, I don't know. But that guy, that warlock afterwards, because I think we kicked him, because I was like, I think we kicked him. Did we kick him? Do you know what we did? Do you know? Oh my god, this is actually evil. But he did deserve it. I waited until just before the final boss, because like if you don't know or you do know, when you're doing World of Warcraft dungeon, a lot of the XP that you get is from completing the dungeon, especially if it's random. So you want to usually, even if it's a bit of a disaster, you want to see it to the end, because a lot of your XP comes from finishing a dungeon just in general, right? And what I did was I waited until before we pulled the final boss. I said, hold on 1 second, I need to fix something. Everybody stood still. I started a vote kick for the warlock who was being a dick. Obviously everybody immediately voted yes, and then within seconds like another DPS was like brought in and got like a bunch of XP for literally 3 minutes of effort. And the guy was like whispering me like crazy, man. He was like not happy at all, and I was like, that's a shame. But if you hadn't fucking complained and been a dick the whole time, you would have got your XP, and you wouldn't have had to lose out on a giant like half a level or more worth of experience. You did it to yourself, buddy. You did it to yourself. You're now behind schedule. You're even further behind schedule than you were before because you decided to speak up for no reason. Let the adults speak, child. Okay? Yeah, he was not happy. He was calling me all sorts of shit in the DMs here, but what are you gonna do about it, man? Laugh. His name was not Dog Meme. I don't remember what his name was, but I don't think it was that. But that was the only way I knew how to get my own back, I guess. HP restoration. I don't really know what this is saying, but we'll get it anyway. We'll get some crush damage on the go there as well. You know what, man? The little zoomers are going kind of hard now that they're moving faster and blowing harder. You need to waste these people's time. Yeah, I mean, I would do it again, to be honest with you. Like, it was worth it, and the reaction he gave as well made it all even better. But to be fair, even despite the fact that, you know, our tank was clearly going through something tumultuous in his own life, he managed to find the wherewithal inside himself to, at the very least, click yes to the vote kick. And isn't that special? Isn't that something? Even through all, he managed to find a way to just be a little bit spiteful to somebody who was rude to him, you know? And I love that. And I hope that tank is doing well. I wish I remembered the dungeon. Maybe I could find them. Maybe I could do like a, you know, like Lonely Hearts thing, like putting out a thing. You were Tauren warrior in Ragefire Chasm. I was. I don't know what I was playing at the time. We kicked a undead warlock from the group at the last boss. Please contact me. Increase how much the laser beam sticks to rocks. +1 laser beam? Holy freaking laser beams. I'm getting a lot of this now, man. To be fair, if the tank is going through shit, maybe we don't play a game with other people. I bet that, no, but I see what you're saying, right? I think you see what you're saying. But like, let's be honest, like World of Warcraft, especially leveling dungeons, is as no-brainer as you could possibly hope it to be. I admit, right, like he would stand still and do nothing, and he slowed it down a bit, but like he pulled and then stood still, which means that he had aggro, and that was fine. So at that point, I mean, all you're doing is arguing semantics of DPS, not about him being not doing his job, you know? He was very technically tanking at all times, because all he did was taunt, stand still, and then I think this was before aggro got changed that you could pull it off somebody. It was like basically impossible to rip aggro from a tank if they had pressed taunt on them before. So he was in there was no danger of him losing that ability, you know? But like, yeah, I mean, people play video games even when, like, I mean, if people are screaming in your house or something like that, you have to, like, it's a coping mechanism, right? I hold nothing against it if somebody is like in, I guess it depends on the game though. If it's like WoW and you're in a leveling dungeon, I get it, because like as I say, I'm not there either. Like I'm on another planet watching something on my other monitor. If I'm in a game of like Counter-Strike and I can hear like screaming going on in the background whilst we're trying to push A long on DDoS 2, then I'd be more inclined to be like, hey man, probably would have been a good idea for you not to queue this up, but you know what, I'm not your dad, so you know, I can't tell you what to do any more than, you know, someone else can. So It is what it is. Probably maybe keep that one in mind for next time, but still. Let's get you leveled up. Let's max you up. 500 laser special crushers deal an additional 10% of normal crushers. Ooh, base damage. Oh yeah, we want rock respawn rate, don't we? 1.5 mil, 120 mil. This is absolutely crazy bonkers. Am I on the right skin? This one's preferred. I guess do I have to change it every single time? Now I'm a little spider. This gives me a multiplier though if I use it while I'm in. I feel like I've just added a chore to the game though, a little bit. Time to get these all blown off to the side here because we're not looking good on the HP department. Ooh. 149k. It's pretty good. It's still the preferred one. Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't know how often it changes, so let's level you up. We got 128,000. Oh my god, we have that. That's literally what we're looking for. I'm so stupid, dude. Am I okay? It's only selling for 34k. It's not even worth it. Ross, my cousin is coming out with a game that's a combo of mining a la Pokemon and running a shop called Gemporium. The demo's on Steam. You should check it out. Interesting. I could do that, yeah. I feel like I gotta do like a video on Priest with a Gun. I was actually playing it when B was sitting next to me the other day, and it is actually a pretty good game. And also Priest with a Gun has me in it now, which makes it so that I'm now hitting the vanity angle here. There's a sock jar that you can find in the map that has Socrates in it, and you can recruit him as an ally, and he drops Boomsocks on the ground. Which is very, very swag. I think we can almost do this now, actually. Send me on the upgrade. Has the skin changed? It's still this one. Big fan. Upgrade. I think we just lock in on that one, though, to be fair with you. And buy that. I listen, I know that this is definitely... like I think you can play, you're allowed to play multiplayer games if things are going tits up around you, right? But I think it depends on the stakes. It's all about the context of the stakes, okay? Like a blind Victorian orphan child could do like a leveling dungeon in World of Warcraft, man. It does not require like any brain capacity whatsoever. Like you could be waking up from brain surgery and do Dead Mines LFR on retail, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's really not that big a deal that the guy was having a bad time of it, right? And I get the need to want to at least escape in some way, shape, or form from your current circumstances into Azeroth, you know? 222k. One button rotation in the game, so I mean, yeah, I mean, you can literally set up a macro, like, or you could do at the very least. It's just like you press the button, and if the good one is up, it will just cycle through it all, you know. Little bit of, I don't know what the armor does, man. Not really seen its utilization quite yet. That being said, I really should put some stuff into boss damage as well. You use a little bit of my laser, but not too much. So that when we're coming into the boss at like around 100%, or as close to 100% as we can. Okay, I forgot that we got like quite a bit of levels up there on the old HP side. Okay, and then this should spawn it here, maybe, and then oh, careful. Okay. Oh Jesus. Oh, you motherfucker! Did the person who promised gift stuff for your Skarner game ever come through? You know that they didn't, man. You know they didn't. No, they did not. I never banned them either. I think their name was like Teach Me Vane Senpai. So I've got that name locked up. They ever come back in the chat, it's kill on sight. It's either like explain yourself or you're dead, buddy. That being said though, I don't want to feel like an asshole for being like, hey, where's my $60 for me doing you betting me that I couldn't do something and me doing it, because that seems like pressury in a way. But also I'm just saying you shouldn't be like, I bet you this and then I do it and then you're like, actually I was kidding, if you ain't prepared for the consequences, I suppose. And the consequences are completely nothing, right? It's you maybe get banned from a Twitch chat for not being a man of your word, and that's kind of it. Oh, it's every 2. Okay, yeah. I see what you're saying on this one. So level me up. And then from there, we're on depth 3. So upon spawning boss rock, restore 5% of HP. That's pretty swag, but I think we're going to go for you, then you. Reneging on a bet is kind of suspicious behavior, man. It's not even like that big a deal. Just like, don't make the bet. I'm quite happily living my life bet free. I don't need somebody being like, I'll donate 25 gifted subs if you do this thing, because obviously I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, because I think it's very doable. I feel like it's a bet I can win, and I did win it. And they were there the whole time, and they were. But the second that everybody in chat started atting them, they were quiet. They went quiet. But that being said, though, I guess that's like the levels that Skarner mains are going to go to try and get anybody to play the character, because he sucks. Complete dog water. Hate him. Not a fan of him. I feel like we're getting like way less money for doing this now, which is bad. Should I? Beep, 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 beep. Nice. We get a preferred background multiplier of 2 times for doing that as well. Let me think here. I'm gonna get our laser beam a little bit stronger there. Skippy? I'm really not doing a lot of damage to these rocks, so I gotta be honest. Might be an idea to come down a like come down a level or something, you know? Come down a depth. So I think I may be out of my depths here. See, I didn't realize I was dying. Actually, you know what? I think it's still fine. I think it's still fine. 100k though for like extra damage just seems like too much. It seems too much. There's gotta be a better way, and there is, Kevin. I don't love it. I don't love it. I'm not in love with it. I mean, it's like 100k though, so I get maybe like 1, maybe pushing 2 upgrades per run. And no, not even that, because it'll become more expensive, so I would naturally get less and less upgrades over time. But I guess that makes sense, because then I'd be stronger and stronger. It's just it's a balancing act, man. It's a balancing act. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Ooh. Let's clear this. Let's clear this all out before we go dying on a rock here. 277k though. I can live with that. Got enough to upgrade this as well. Wah wah. And we're always making that progress as well towards where we want to be, which is like getting those economy upgrades, I suppose. Zappity zap. Why does the thing look like a spider bot? I'm wearing a skin, but wearing the preferred skin increases your multiplier, which is a good thing that we want to do, because that increases the amount of money that we get for every single run. 300k, we cracked it. Nice. Okay. How can I convince you to play Monster Hunter on stream? I'd say like make them make the game better. That's your step in there, or that's the stipulation. 10 out of 10 rage bait. I'm being dead ass with you. For a game that's supposed to be like a multiplayer game, hunting monsters with your friends, they sure do make it like, the last time I played it, they make it fucking difficult to play with your friends. Because it's like, you can't do the story with anybody. You have to do it on your own, but then you can go back and do it with someone else. And it's like, what the fuck's the point, man? Because if you're like starting a game with somebody, what you actually have to do is either complete the game first so you can then go back and do all the missions again with them. Alternatively, you do the mission, then go back, and then do it again, and just continuously do that every single time. You're talking about World? That's the last one I played, and that was one that I had a bad time on. So yeah, well, I didn't have a bad time on it. The thing is, the game is good, but like, I wouldn't play it on my own, as nobody does. I swear, like everybody does it in groups of 4 groups. Like they hunt together because it's fun. That's the part that appeals to me. It's like a multiplayer game, and there's lots of action, but it's not like competitive. But you know, you're also working towards like getting gear and doing all that kind of stuff. Like it's cool. It's like an MMO kind of thing of you know, people banding together to work towards a common goal. Love it. Love the concept. Put it on the PSP. Had a great time on that. Playing it multiplayer as well, funnily enough. But just like in current year, having that issue of like, you spend $40 on a game that says it's multiplayer, and then being like, oh, I understand how it's multiplayer, so I have to like do everything first and then come back and help you do it. You know, the game starts after the story. We were like just off the back of this conversation, you know, about Final Fantasy and about how I cannot recommend Final Fantasy to like any human being, because it's 40 hours of like, 40 more than that really, of getting through A Realm Reborn before the game actually begins. You can't do that. You can't then do that with Monster Hunter, man. I'm talking about Monster Hunter, I know, but I'm saying it's the same thing, man, but it's actually worse, because like you get more time investment out of an MMO than you do Monster Hunter. Most people, at least the average person, probably spends more time on, people that play these games probably play more, people play World of Warcraft than they do Monster Hunter. That's all I'm saying. By to the average person, what you would find the thingy of, you know. I think I'm gonna be angering a lot of people with this one. But I think that Monster Hunter is a phenomenal game. It just needs to like get with the times, old man. And like honestly, like it's not even, it's like cultural, bro. It's just Japanese game developers. I don't know what they're just backwards when it comes to like playing games with people, man. I just never understood, man. All these masterpiece games, they have like the most stupid multiplayer situations you've ever seen, man. Like, oh my god, bro. It just makes no sense, man. I don't know why they've never figured it out, but every time I see like the most confusing way of doing multiplayer, I can guarantee it's from Japanese developers. Every time, without fail. Like, the experience exists as well. You can do it in like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, but it's because it's been modded in, because people like done it for you, you know? But it should have been that way to begin with, man. The games are so good. Monster Hunter, fantastic game. But like, some people like, I mean, to be fair, Elden Ring, I love Elden Ring or other Dark Souls series. I don't need it to be multiplayer, because for me, it's always been a single player game. But like for the people that do want, because it's advertised as multiplayer, but it's like multiplayer in the most obtuse way possible. And that like it's not really, because it's just like awkward and like a lot of like, is this your sign? Hold on, I'm putting it down. Can you see it? No, I can't see it. Where are you standing? Oh, I'm outside Vort of the Boreal Valley. Yeah, me too. Wait, hold on. Is this you? No. Is your name Let Me Soul Her? No, that's not me. That's someone else. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna restart the game. Hold on. Have you put a passcode on? Yeah? Wait, what's the passcode? Oh, it's case sensitive? Okay, no, wait, hold on. I still can't see you. Oh, wait, no, there's an NPC here now, actually. Okay, we're in. Okay, finally. Oh, bro, I died. Okay, sorry. So where's your sign again? Can you put the sign down again? And then over. Dark Souls is supposed to be hard. Not that part of it. But I'm pretty sure like, they don't scale the bosses if there's people in helping you as well. Like, I don't know. Also, like they shouldn't be. I'm not saying that we should slap the hands away, because I think they've gotten better at it, granted. But like, we should have slapped the hands away from them, like Capcom a long time ago, when they're releasing like mainline Street Fighter games and the netcode is like the shittiest thing you've ever played in your life, man. Street Fighter 4 and I think 5 as well, it was like a bit of a rough time, man. It was a bit, if I recall, I can't remember which one it was, but I remember playing one and being like, how the fuck do people play this online, man? This is ridiculous, dude. And I can only, and I'm just a casual Street Fighter enjoyer. Never mind like people that like really, that's their game, you know? God help them. But it's the same with Monster Hunter, man. It doesn't cost anything to like just let people play. It's probably not even a tremendous amount of extra development time. Obviously, I'm vastly oversimplifying the problem. But it doesn't feel like it would be that much more dev time to just have an option where somebody can join a mission that they are on. I'm not even saying like they should be allowed to do missions that they haven't done yet. I'm just saying like if you're starting the game at the same time as someone else, you should be allowed to join in on that in a multiplayer thing, and always be allowed to be in a multiplayer environment if you want to play the game that way. I've had no issues with Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6, they fixed the problems, I think. I don't remember if it was 5 or 4 that had big problems with it, but like 6, I've played 6, played online on 6, I've never had an issue with it. Oh, like if people ping sucks, and their ping sucks, but like that's just, it's not like, it's not their fault, or it's not like the way that they, it's nothing to do with Capcom as far as I can tell. Sorry, 1 second, chat. I'm going to be back in. Alrighty, I'm back. If memory serves right, 4 was the Cheeks netcode. Yeah, I think that makes a decent amount of sense. I can't remember which one it was, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's a tough time, man. But I'm trying to think off the top of my head other Japanese games that would otherwise be fantastic but have fallen so heavily short because, like, for whatever reason, culture-wise, they haven't. Do you know what the funny? Like, I think. Sorry, I should finish that thought first. That fall apart because of, you know, their sensibilities and prioritizing multiplayer in any way, shape, or form. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure like the most popular game in Japan on like console or PC or whatever, is Apex Legends, which is a multiplayer only game. Granted, not developed in Japan, but like, it's very evident that they like those types of games. So like, let them, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. Because then when we get them, and I guess we get them at the same time as they do nowadays, but like back when, you know, when a game came out in Japan months before it came out in Europe or whatever, it was I don't know, a different story. But it's just help me, man. Nothing makes any sense. Fuck my chungus life. Anyway, you hit my homie who's been a long time fighter Streets. It was 5 was the horrible one. I've been playing them since 2, so yeah, I don't remember which one. I just remember one being like real bad. That's unfortunate. Laser. You know what? We should put a lot of points into the laser beam. We should get the laser beam cooking here. That's a cheap upgrade, but it will do bits for us. And we could probably get up to max as well, just from this one run, which would be wonderful and phenomenal and sexy. Apex Legends is insane. Played it for a few months, but it's intense. I played some Apex Legends when it came out, and I was like, this game's fun. And then a couple months passed, and one of my friends who I met through like streaming called Joe, he was playing Apex Legends, and I was watching his stream, and then I swear to God, he was playing a different game than I was. He was playing fucking Super Mario 64. He was fucking flying up walls, doing all sorts of insane movement stuff. I couldn't, like, it was difficult to watch because even I was losing track, and I'm not even playing, but I was losing track of like where everything was. And but he was going crazy on it, man. And it's just insane, man, the kind of stuff people get up to in that game. I probably would rather have like play on the console, if I'm honest with you. I think PC gamers have like probably been power crept a little bit too hard, but I mean, goodness me. It is insane the stuff that you can do in it. There's so many grappling hooks and launchers and like all this stuff, man. It is just mental. But it's crazy because you think you know a game and then you watch somebody play it well, and he was Predator in it, so he was good. He was like that's kind of, I don't know about Challenger, like I think it was easier to get it than it would be to get Challenger, but it was like, you know, like one of the top rankings in the game kind of thing, like you're in the elite, and he was not playing the same game that I was playing. I'll tell you that, man. Tell you that for free. He was playing Rainbow Road, man, and I was in Bob on Battlefield, bro. It was not. We were not. I don't know, man. It was crazy, dude. I remember like me and my friends were playing it. We all suck ass at these kind of games, but it's fun to play. Even you don't have to be good at it, but you can play it. 748k, blow my neck. You don't have to be good at them, but you can still play them. And we noticed that there was a guy popping up in the kill feed a lot of times, and he had a Twitch name in his tag, right? So I thought it would be really funny. I was like, this guy's going crazy. Like, what? Let's get some of that action. I looked him up on stream, and I was like, oh, this guy's here. It would be funny if we like went and fought him, and he had like 1,000 viewers or something. Like, he had quite a lot of viewers at the time. So I was like, fuck it, let's go. It will be funny. And we went and we attacked him, and he 1v3'd us with absolutely no effort whatsoever. He completely crushed us. I'm pretty sure I've ended up in this guy's like montage clips, like on his YouTube channel at some point somewhere, because the chat was going ballistic over how hard he clapped their cheeks, man. That's just the difference. Like, you get 3 people who's like only like battle royale is like, I guess, no build Fortnite, PUBG, and some Warzone.
and you put it against somebody who's been playing like Mario, Super Mario Man the whole time, bouncing around the map. I didn't realize that we never stood a chance. But like we were just loot to him. All we were was just walking bags of loot. It was so fucked up what he did to us, man. Like it's so fucked up what he did to us. But like, I don't know, man. We had it coming. We went looking for trouble. But if we survived, we would have met him anyway. We took our shot. We tried to stop him when he was not as powerful as he could have been. But I don't know. My issue with any of these games is always the same problem. You know what, max that out. And it's that I'll play them a little bit. I might even be decent at the game, but I'm not willing to put in the 200 hours to be better at it. So I'll take a break for like a week or two. I'll come back and the ceiling has gone sky high. Everybody is absolutely fisting like everyone else, man. You are a guppy in the shark pond, man. Like it's shark infested waters. It's just destruction, man. Like there's no shot you win. And you're put in the same pools as these people sometimes. You're just like forced to try and swim, and it's just impossible, man. I felt the same way. I played Quake live on stream as part of like a mystery bundle thing that we did, because we got Quake live, and I was like not even trying to win a game. I was just like, I need to try and get a kill, because these people have been playing Quake live and only Quake live for the last 15 years. Never mind all the other Quakes that exist that one, right? And it was very, very difficult, man. It was very, 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 very difficult. Let me think here. 230k. Bit pointless to do that, but sure. And that's how it feels. That's why like people are like, are you gonna play 2x KO when it comes out? And I'm like, maybe, but it depends. It depends how the first 5 games go of 2x KO. Because if it's like similar dumbasses like me that are just like, I'm gonna check out this game, I have a feeling that I'll have a good time with it, because it was a fun game when I played it. If I lock in the first 5 games and it's like people that have like no-lifed every playtest from start to finish, not even playing the game, just labbing combos, and I get juggled infinitum, I'm gonna scream and I'm gonna turn the game off. And I know, do you know what though? I know the solution to the problem. The solution to the problem is to get good. I don't have the time. I'm 32 years old. I ain't got the time for that, right? Why do you think I play idle clicker games, right? Incremental mining games. It's because like I got all the time in the world in that. And there is a 17-year-old who's like doing donuts on me in a faster, better rock crushing machine. So it is what it is. Well, we may play 2XKO, the Riot Games fighting game, but if you don't see it, I just want you to know why, you know? If you're like, Ross hasn't posted a 2XKO video yet and it's been out for 2 weeks, you know exactly what happened to me in the first 5 games, you know? I don't understand. I mean, I think it's because I didn't have my skin multiplier on. I guess that must be why, but 1.1 million is kind of crazy. We're making quite a solid amount of chips here. Yes, so what do we give you? Bosh. Get that armor up. I think we can put that there. The earnings have kind of skyrocketed, but not immensely. I mean, they did kind of, but that's because I had the skin on. I feel like at this point I'm just farming skins to get multipliers, frankly. think now my fuel's starting to become a problem, funnily enough. You know what? This seems like a good run so far. This feels like it's gone places. I think we may even beat the record, frankly. Oh, we beat the record. We beat the record. Rest assured, we beat the record. Let me up. We've maxed out a lot of things here. Yeah, it makes sense to do that. Were we almost to the boss that time? That's good to know. I wasn't sure. To be fair, our laser beam is doing a tidy little sum. Just gotta keep farming that up though. I'm still super hoping to get into 2x Go beta. I hope you do, man. I hope you enjoy it. Like, I mean, listen, even though I'm like, I know exactly what I want from games like that, and people probably don't like that because they're like, no, you should want to always strive to have a challenge. I want to beat up on people that are as bad as I am, or worse. I'm not looking to raise in the ranks or have my metal tested. I'm looking to like make people plug on me and like be angry when I beat them. Okay, that's it. At least I'm not mincing words on it, right? That's what I'm looking for. Whether it delivers that upon me is, you know, a different situation. It probably will not. That will not be what happens when I play it, but still. Okay, another bajillion laser beam damage. We're kind of utilizing a little bit of like, ooh, we used a lot of laser beam there, granted. And to be fair, we could fire it when it's barely been charged and it will still let something out, right? Don't think we're gonna make it to the boss, but we might make it quite close. I mean, I don't really know how we get to the boss here any faster. Apart from like leveling up the crusher and doing all that kind of stuff. Listen, at least I'm honest about it, man. I know what I want from that kind of game, and it's they threaten to let me have my way too often. You know what? I'll do that. 100% crush damage when HP is 10% or less. +1 wrecking ball. Was ist a wrecking ball? Oh mein Gott. I love it. I'm glad you love it. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a shame because like if I was younger and had more time, I'd probably like would try, but because I know to be fair, it doesn't matter if I was younger and had more time. Like Pete, my old editor, he got like master or whatever in Street Fighter 6 on JP, and he's older than I am by like a not considerable margin, but like probably like 4 years. So it's doable. Age isn't a factor. But he like really locked into it. It was like that Street Fighter 6 became the video game that he played, and the only video game he played for a while. So casually calling it his old editor. Yeah, we're not. What do you mean? I'm not calling him out. I'm saying that he did like an impressive feat, which I guess like is kind of impressive, like at a certain age. To be fair, I hear that there's senior citizen Street Fighter tournaments. So like in like 30 years, catch my ass pulling up at Evo for the over 60s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be there, man. What was I gonna buy? Ooh, double. Oh yeah, I was gonna get that, the wrecking ball. I don't know what it did though. You know what? We got a couple of things here that we want to get. Dude, I'm catbug. Yeah. I think you should. Somebody should Google it and look it up, because like I swear to God, it's real. It might be. It may be a Tekken tournament though. I'm not sure. But that's the kind of tournament I could see myself going to, right? As an adult, just a regular adult, because I think I might have a chance, but not much. I think they've still got a dangerous amount of free time. I joined a guild of seniors in arcade, just an experience to hear a 97-year-old trash talk the person he just ganked. I think I would I mean, to be honest with you, like, my WoW guild was, like, there was multiple people in their 40s, some over the age of 50. So, like, I mean, it's not senior citizen, but it's like, you know, the average age was pretty... I was one of the younger bucks, and I was, like, in my mid to late 20s at the time, so... It's definitely an interesting one. I think I'd heavily mess with a guild full of senior citizens, as opposed to like need to change my thing, as opposed to a cracked group of like 17-year-olds or 18-year-olds that have like nothing value to say, for me at least. Okay, so the wrecking ball's just gonna do a little bit of okay, it's just bouncing. It's a little bit of passive damage. Respect. Respect. Oh wait, we got the energy crystals. I think that's the first time I've seen one of them. Get this off the screen, bro. Okay, my fuel was fine. No, my fuel wasn't fine, but my I don't know. I do know that there was a 78-year-old that won a Tekken tournament. I mean, it was around 60 people, with the lowest age being 63 until I joined at 22. I don't know how the hell you snuck through the cracks. Like, why the hell did they let you in? I feel like that would be like a cause of like drama in the guild if they were like, why the fuck is a 22-year-old in the guild? It's like, because he applied, okay, Gerald. Wow. Cuthbert, I don't know about you, but I don't like these whippersnappers being in our guild. They're gonna want change and we don't want it. Maybe they'll talk about like the old days of arcade where like everything was easy. You could buy a ship with like a week's salary working the docks or something like that. You could buy a house from killing goblins in the starting area back when they were kids. Trying to think of like old ass male names. Like, but the crazy thing is, like, in like 70 years, there's gonna be old age pensioners called Bladen or some shit, man. That's fucked up. I don't know, man. Sorry if your name's Bladen, but like, that's crazy, man. Oh man, and that's gonna be completely normal as well. Is it even scary for part? It's not even gonna be cause for alarm. I'm curious to see what is going on with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagonal rocks. What's the pentagonal rock saying? Spawn one collect hole randomly. Ooh, a hole. Give me some blowing force, baby. Where the hexagonal rocks at? Oh. I think that's like a whole new resource, though. That's going to be like presumably something that we have to also collect and also upgrade
And I hope it's worth something. But I imagine it's going to be... Well, actually, maybe... I mean, I've upgraded my other one so much, I'm scared that it's not going to, like, do what it needs to do. Just get in there. Get in, everybody. Get in here. I gotta make sure that like my health catches up to the fuel that I'm using. Okay, I actually got to the boss. There's like 0% chance that I kill that in a million years. And you know, I did a little bit of damage to it. Okay, see, I don't know. 1.5 million? I mean, okay, so now we gotta figure this out. They're worth 100 each. Am I a complete and utter dumbass? Hold on a minute. Okay, they're worth like a fuckload, man. Holy moly. I am stupid. Okay, well, if we ever see them again, we're millionaires. And I'm immediately leveling up the thing that allows them to spawn more. Because I think we're about to hit our stride here somewhat. To be honest with you, I've been thoroughly enjoying myself just clicking on these ones. But now that that's been introduced and seems to be quite effective, I'm more than happy to work with what we've got here. More pentagonal ones, please. I knew a kid called Lata. Ah, parents pronounced it Ladasha. Right. How very quaint. How very lovely, he said. I mean, I said it. I don't know why I said he said. 5% chance to drop medium pieces. Don't know what a medium piece is, but that does sound like it would be good. All of a sudden, expansion is beginning. 3900 is pretty good. Oh, wait, hold on. End session. Upgrade, please. We want to go here. We want to click on preferred. You're still on preferred. Let's crush. All I have to do is just make it so that we're not on max. And then the blue ones will spawn. Just like that. Oh yeah, baby. Ooh. If the rocks spawn each other, they do seem to lose HP as well, because I got that upgrade as well. Not like as good, but it's not doing crazy amounts, but it's doing a little bit of work. Blasted. You know, we should do some laser in here. Energy. Ooh. Oh, there is one more. 12.5 million. No, dude. How huge was that? Gimme. Gimme. Keep pumping that up. I don't know what a medium piece is when it's at home, but I'm interested in seeing what it has to say. Show skill upgrade availability in this session. Ended screen. Give me a click hole as well. No, sorry, a collect hole. Collector's hole. A 2% chance collect hole converts pentagonal ones to triangles. It's cost 300 million though. That's fine. We spawn with multiple of them. Oh my god, there's a lot of them this time. level them all away. Oh, I'm seeing the medium bits. They are much bigger. They count as 3 as well. And I'm assuming that they can drop for any shape. Which should be good, I suppose. Yep, there's a big one right there. That's just more sauce for the pile. I'm not really seeing where my next fuel upgrade is going to be. And that seems to be kind of what's stopping me at present. Got 100 left. We need to start moving this all along here. Okay, the boss is there. Yeah, we're not even moving the needle on that one. But 22 million. Okay, all of a sudden. $20 million for that though. Expensive. Okay, we'll max that out. Plus 2% armor versus bosses. I don't know if that's that much interest to me. 1 trillion. It's a bit expensive. Maximum amount of rocks on screen. That sounds very good to me. I just gotta find where... Okay, the crusher upgrade is good. I'm wasting less time on actually destroying them and more time on getting the other ones. I don't know if like defeating the boss is a doable thing now, but I guess we're as close as we'll ever be. Okay, we're almost on the boss. We just need to get our like energy cooking here. Okay, and then laser beam him. It's okay. Boom. That's what I'm saying. 21 mil. Let's get upgrade all of you. Got another core now as well here. We'll take that as well. And then we do have another upgrade here. Let's go for another unlock a multiplier. 7x multiplier. So max you out. But I guess we just max out kind of what we can here. That's fine. You're 40k. You're 3 million. That's a little bit much. 6 million. I mean, you know what? We could take another wrecking. Maybe that's some kind of play. Getting the wrecking balls going. The wrecking balls are pretty chill. I think we've maxed out a lot of the lower level stuff that we can. Yeah, we gotta change your background. Bosh. Wow. Okay, we are not. We're not cooking on this one. I gotta admit. The laser beam still is, you know, doing the trick in some regards, but I am getting clobbered by damage here. We gotta maybe heal up a little bit. I mean, I don't think we're gonna make any money from this. I mean, 23 million? You know what? Run me another one. Give me like a solid amount of money to work with going into the, oh my god. Push it away. $22 million. I mean, that's kind of mad, actually, that you're getting that much out of it. That is mad. That is mental. So from here, wrecking ball me. I like many wrecking balls. Okay. This is ever since I discovered those little pentagonal boys, things have been kind of chilling. Tell you what, I guess I could sit and just let the wrecking balls like kind of do their thing. Although it doesn't seem like they're going particularly crazy mode on the damage. They are doing something. The more that we have, the more damage is being done. But if we have fuel, I'm like sitting here like, it'd be nice if they got like trapped back there. Yeah. Get trapped like that, and then have to bounce. Don't bounce out. Okay, maybe this is kind of pointless actually. Now that I'm thinking of, okay, no, never mind. I think it's still pointless, but it was a nice gesture. 50 million. Alrighty. Plus 150 HP. I mean, that's probably next on the list. Although the next upgrade is extremely expensive. Dare I say it. Sometimes I wonder how I'm alive. Order groceries. Receive groceries. Think something is missing. Check. Nothing is missing. Once ordered a Subway sandwich, and they gave me 2 pieces of bread with sauce in it and some like sweet corn and lettuce. And I called them up and was like, "Hey, you guys forgot to put like the meat in the bread." And they said, "No, that's what you ordered." And I was like, "I can assure you, that is not what I ordered." And they kind of fought me on it a little bit, and then eventually they're like, "Okay." I was like, "I'm gonna, like, obviously, I'm not paying for this, so like, I'm gonna cancel on Uber Eats and get my money back. I'm just letting you guys know that like, you did it." Maybe a little bit petty. I don't eat from that Subway anymore though, because I don't know. It's just a bad idea. $38 million, a little bit worse this time around. Okay. Still could go. I don't know. Are the wrecking balls even that good? That does increase their damage. You know what though? Spawn mult circle. Keep the rocks and resources pieces away from the mult circle to gain multipliers. I don't know what that could possibly mean, but I'm scared and I wish to have it. Subway shits the bed on the regular. Always better off with a chippy or a curry. Perhaps. But then it doesn't, like, it feels like wrong having a curry or a chippy as a lunch, or like, you know. Like, it doesn't feel correct to do that. I feel like you need to, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I just don't think it's right to have like a curry at like 12 p.m. Subway is not a lovely place to eat, but it is like one of the few lunch foods that you can have that doesn't seem insane. And that's just like, yeah, I mean, it's not a deep bench of things that are acceptable to eat as lunch if you're getting like a takeout, I suppose. I ain't paying what they charge for a sandwich. I 100% agree with you. Like, I 100% agree with you. There's not going to be an ounce of argument from me on that one. Not even a little bit. I totally get you. I wish I didn't spend any of that money on that stuff either. But, like, they kind of got me, man. Enable session repeater. Instantly repeats the result of your last session. Unlock to learn more. Session repeater repeats 10% of last mission. -1 session repeater cost. So wait, I don't have to do it anymore. I can just repeat it. Like, how does this work? How is this working then? Interesting. You know what? Just try and heal me up there. Okay, let's start blowing these away. Oh, close. $36 mil. I don't know what this means. Repeat the result of the last ending session by depleting fuel gives you +1. By destroying boss it gives you +10. Right. So I need to end via fuel to I need to end it via fuel to make that work, which is a little bit jank and a little bit annoying, but nevertheless doable. $160 trillion, huh? I mean, what else have we got here? What stuff that costs like 20 milli, all that kind of stuff. Dude, to be honest, I was getting pretty heavily into Eros, but like Greek food, like thanks to B. But the one place in Glasgow that delivery that made like one that we both liked, like shut down probably after the second time we ever ordered from there. And I swear to God, it's been in that area for years and years and years. They must have just found out that I like something they ordered, and it's something they made and decided to like pack it in, which is a real shame. I'm gonna let myself bleed out via fuel here, so I get one little bit of what do you call it? One little bit of fuel. Ooh, a +1. 74 million as well. US food standards scare you? By them being lax, or by what? Do you know what's like so weird? I think it's crazy that like Kinder Surprises are banned there. That's like something that is really, really funny in my head. Cause like they're just a children's toy, but like for whatever reason they're like contraband. I was watching like Elementary with B, and like there's a plot point where they leverage the fact that the guy had buried some like Kinder Surprise eggs in his backyard, which was like made it look like he had intent to distribute contraband. It's like a way of getting him to open up about like a crime that had been committed, and I just thought it was so funny. Like, it's just ridiculous because it's like a fucking Kinder egg, man. It's just nonsense, man. That should increase my crush damage quite a lot, actually. He said, lying. What do you mean you have an acceptable amount of sawdust in products? See, I want to like jump on the bandwagon here and be like, yeah, look at America, but I feel like that's like the same for like a lot of things or places. Like there's always like there's an acceptable level of spiders that you can have in any one product. And that's just the way we have to live our lives, you know? No, break that up, break that up. $66 million. Okay. I think we got quite a lot of money here, actually. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. 55 is a piss take, though. I mean, it's only worth 55 and a half, man. That's not good. That's not good. Still 54 million. We're not spawning the boss, man, so it just doesn't seem good to me. We could do that, though. We still got some 2% chance to spawn a fuel rock. Meh. Gain 2% fuel back. We could do that. Realizing I don't have my preferred skin on. Crush. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing a little bit of improvement from that now. Definitely lacking on the damage department, though. Still. If I can get energy rocks, I don't think they count towards the rocks, like the big rocks that are lying around, like the spawn rate. There is something to be done here. I think I just have to wait for them to spawn. If I'm like, my HP is too high, or if my HP is low. Little bit risky, little bit risky. Ooh. Okay. 135 million. That's quite the amount of sauce with which to be working with. I think it's probably a great way to leave it off there. We got almost 100 million. I would love to give this game another try on the channel. But I think I would call it there for today. Thank you so much for watching Rock Crusher. This is the, I don't think the game's out yet, but it's definitely like, there's a lot to it. This is already quite a large skill tree, and I'm we're getting lost in the sauce on this one. We were crushing rocks and stuff like that. If you made it to this far in the video and you aren't subscribed already, whether that be on Twitch or on YouTube, please consider subscribing to the channel, give the video a like, and you know what? Having a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. See you.